Back. So apparently this is actually an optional non-optional fight. Which means you can do it right now, but if you delay it, you miss a character. I'm pretty sure the game's auto-allocate is broken. But this seemingly allocates things that don't quite make sense. Dwarf Chieftain, halt humans! We cannot permit you to advance any further. Daffy Dwarf, the Hydra, is the tutelary deity of this forest. Hi-ho, without it, this forest will die. Daggy Dwarf. Should you still wish to advance, you will have to get by us. Prepare for battle, wicked humans. Dwarf chieftain, too strong are we unable to stab them. Quashel, the Hydra must be up ahead. Let's go, Sarky Poo. Okay, I did that on purpose, because I didn't heal. Okay, so basically we didn't come prepared. Bubba Beba, is Biba the wrong place? This isn't the wide open space I was talking about. I was about to say, did that respawn? But I picked it up after I saved last time. You know what would help? Actually equipping the antidotes. Korcha. The foothold could give way at any minute. Sarge, we should avoid passing through the middle. Korcha, who would have thought there would be a cavern inside of this tree? Let alone this big old monster. Korcha at least had served as a cushion to break or fall. Otherwise that would have hurt. Pasha, if Art 5 wrecked here wake us up, we could be in a lot of trouble. We should try and get out of here while we still can. Caged Ferry. Pasha, hey, Sarky flew with that really a ferry. Me have never seen none before. Korcha, we can't just leave her trapped like this. Let's help her out. My darling. Do you think you can walk out of here alive? And with my dinner too? Come to think of it, it'd been years since I wrapped me sweet tentacles around succulent human flesh. You'll make a fine main course to go with a delicious furry appetizer. You should consider it an honor to be the dinner guests of Madame Pentapus. Partial. Me don't breathe this, it's just one bit after another. Korcha, but this time we're trapped in a hole with no way out. We've got no choice but to fight. I get the feeling these fights were intended to be done on New Game Mode. Oh geez, it has even more HP than the bug. Okay this time. Let's make sure we're not poisoned before we go down the hole. Okay, second try at it. fairy. Thank you for rescuing me. You are kind of strong for human folk. I was surprised. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rasley. I come from Water Dragon Isle. I think you can tell by just looking at me, but I'm a fairy. I guess you could say it's very obvious. Tee hee hee. Korcha, I've heard rumors about that island. They say that due to the abnormal weather they've been having, their water source has dried up. But that was in the other world we just came from. I wonder if it's the same thing in this world.
Rasley, huh? Our water source has dried up this world. I don't understand what in Fairy Godmother's name you are talking about. Poshel, Sergi Pooper hath we'd better explain.
Razliji, so there's another world. And you've come to these marshes in this world to save your friend in the t'other world. Korcha, yes. You seem to have got it. But actually, Serge, I was originally from this world. We don't expect Ya to believe us, but it is true. We traveled through a wormhole to your world.
Poshel, we need the Hydra humor to make the medicine settle with our friend. Rasley, there sure is a Hydra in this forest. I saw it with my fairy own eyes. But then when those big noses caught me and threw me in here to become Pentapus bait. I want to go home to my island, but it's too far for a fairy like me to flee on my own. Teehee, how about taking me along with you?
Rasley joined your party here.
Rasley, T, thanks. I'll be waiting by the forest entrance. Be very careful, Sergi. Rasley, and thank you for coming.
Search, found, recover all.
Rasley, I really wish I could go back to my home island soon. I wonder how everyone's doing.
Okay, so I know you need Rasley for something here. Dwarf Chieftain, called humans, we cannot permit you to advance any further. Daffy Dwarf, the Hydra is the tutelary deity of this forest. Hi-ho, without it, this forest will die. Daggy Dwarf, should you still wish to advance, you will have to get fast. Prepare for battle with humans. Dwarf Chieftain, too strong are we unable to stop them?
Partial, the Hydra must be up ahead. Let's go, Sarkipu.
Daffy Dwarf, is it your intention to kill the forest? Daffy Dwarf, they are strong. Dwarf chieftain, you befouler of the forest, human vermin. Prepare to receive the anger of nature that you so deserve, hey-ho. Oh, great Hydra, hear my voice. Turn on these wretched humans. Teach them how the forest, your planet is pained by their existence. He-ho, Hydra, away.
Razzly, careful, Sergey, that's the Hydra you've been looking for.
That did quite a bit of damage. Dwarf Chieftain, what do you humans intend to do with our mother planet? Not thinking of the future, cutting down trees like there's no tomorrow. Burning the forest to make your town 7 bigger and all for what? Dwarf Chieftain, do you think that you're the only ones who live on this planet? Do you even know what life forms other than yourselves get up to, hee-ho? Hey-ho. Dwarf Chieftain, don't kid yourselves, you are just hairless apes. Or worse, hi-ho. You are nothing more than freaks above evolution. Hee-hee-ho-ugh.
Rasley, it's very sad, but I can understand what he means. Why, we fairies are forest dwellers too, but I don't think all humans are bad. I'm sure that there are many human folk who love greenery and are kind to the smallest of life forms. Rasley, I believe that is true.
Surge received Hydra Humor.
Rasley, wait. Sergi, this Hydra is carrying newborns in her womb. Tiki the Hydra isn't extinct, and this forest isn't going to die as long as there is life. Rasley, wait, Sergi. This Hydra is carrying newborns in her womb. Tiki the Hydra isn't extinct, and this forest isn't going to die as long as there is life. Rasley, all that may be left is a small, fragile life force, but this forest will make it. Rasley. They're not a single dwarf roaming this forest anymore. Have they abandoned this place?
Partial Rathuri. Portia, that's the stuff we needed to save that girl, huh? And there's no time to lose. Full speed ahead. Return to Golduv. Wait just a minute. Portia, let's rush that over to the doctor right now, and you guys hurry too. Doc, oh, it's you dudes. The patient's strength is at its limit without the antidote. Don't give up hope. We will do our best to save it. Doc, can this be? Hydra humor, but how? We will discuss that later. As long as we have this, making an antidote will be easier than catching a way we can save the girl with this. Doc, we will prepare an antidote right away. Nurse, help me with the preparations. Stat? Doc, I have no idea where in the world you found this, nor do I know who you really are. But now is not the time to ask such questions. You have done your part, now you can leave the rest to me. Korcha, you heard the doc. We've done all we can. Just trust him and wait.
Partial. It's already crudely to nightfall.
Korcha, doc, how is she? Will she be all right? Doc says she has passed the critical period. There are no signs of complications from the poison. The girl has held up well, but only thanks to Jude's. You have done the impossible by finding the antidote. I still cannot believe it. Doc, you with the red bandana, you are Sarge, correct? She would like to speak with you. Will be a little while longer before she falls asleep from the anesthetic. Will you speak with her, dude? The silent protagonist is going to speak to someone. Doc, I will be in the room next door, so call me when you need me. And do not forget that even though the poison is gone, she has not completely recovered. Well then, catch you later, dude. Kid, you've become bloody handsome while he was out of it. Kid, I don't know all the details, but I heard what happened from the doc. Looks like there's been a lot going on while I was asleep. I guess it proves that you can take care of yourself now. Get away, Serge. You did good, mate. Won't you look cheerful for a change? Kidda, I would have been alright without any antidote at all. It's truth now, I owe you one. Kid, Serge, thanks. Duck, a world different from our own. That is for our man, that there really is such a thing. And you dudes are from this other world, I presume. Korcha, just to make it clear, Doc, the only one that from the other world is Sarge. All the others, including myself, are from this world. We're all with him for different reasons, though.
Rasley, I'm from the same world as Sergei, too.
Korcha, whoops, my bad. I totally forgot. Come to think of it, the first time we met you was in the Hydro Marshes.
Rasley, yes, if Sergei hadn't come and saved me, I would have been in big, big trouble.
Doc, another world, so I suppose some things are slightly different. The Hydra Marshes are a good example of this. Otherwise, we would have never found a Hydra in this world. Doc, parallel worlds never to cross each other, yet existing alongside one another. Hey, Doc, let's not think too deeply about this. There isn't any easy way to explain it. Even after going through it myself, I still doubt what I saw. Let's just drop the theories. The girl's been saved. That's all we need to know, right? Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, that very like you, Korcha, but he's got a point, Doctor. Kid's life has been saved. I don't think we need to think about anything further for the time being. Doc, Will, I guess you are right. I cannot find an answer to this, be thinking about it on my own. Doc, it is pretty late. We have been talking for quite some time. Let's call it a night. One good day's rest should be enough to let her get up and hang 10. So Doc has what would be a California surfer boy. And there are people who actually sound that way. Though usually it's because they are into some recreational substances. Kid, what you gonna do, Sarge? You've already found a way back to your own world, right? You could just go back home and live a peaceful life, pretending that nothing ever happened. But can you really forget everything you've seen here? And can you live with yourself if you turn your back on us? That made me jump. Now come to me, Surge the Assassin of Time. TAECHRONO trigger. The Chrono Trigger? Kid. What are you gonna do, Serge? Kid. I see. Then I'll stick around with. Yo, it a little longer. But just don't slow-mo. Down in here. Kid, I don't know what happened in years again. But it looks like Viper's move have got something to do with it. Let's go after him. I need to go bash up that Link's character and get me hands on the Frozen Flame. Kidland. He stole something precious from me, taking away my future. I'll find him no matter what it takes. Kid, Korchai heard that you'll help it in the search too. Korchai, it was nothing. Kid, yeah, well, thanks for nothing. Now then. Korcha, at one point I thought we were doomed for sure, but it looks like it's all settled now. Korcha, all that left is to take Yugi's back to Terminera if my job ends there. You get a special discount price of 300 for the round trip. Sorry, but I need to make you a living too. Kid, you're pretty damn shrewd, eh? I shouldn't have thanked you earlier. Hum. Korcha, what is it? You're looking for something. Kid, yeah, well, the elements I hit on grid are gone. Kid, oi, Sarge, did you remove the elements from your grid? Kid, if it wasn't you, then who did? Of course, the only ones looking over you while we were gone were the doc and the nurse. They should be in the room next door, so let's ask them when we head out. The doc should know something. kid. I hope you're right. Korja, Hamel, what you doing? Mel, hey Blondie, if you want your stuff back, I challenge you to catch me. Doc, what is it, dude? Is Mel up to something again? Korja, well, yeah, the same old mischief, but this time she's gone too far. Korja, is that idiot what is she thinking? I don't get it. I'm sorry about her, kid. I'll get the stuff back from her later. So go easy on her, alright. Kid, aw, that no problem. It anything I'll suffer without anyway. Not to be rude, but I don't have the time to play around with rats. I've gotta go chase after lynx. Kid, on what is it, Surge? You need those elements, it's nothing. Kid, well, you're not wrong, but Korcha said that he'd get them back later. We don't have time to waste, ain't that right, Surge? Come in, mate, let's go. Kid, alright. If you insist. Okay, then let's go find that brat right away. Time ain't gonna wait for us. Kid, that the plan, Korcha. Why don't you help us out a bit? It'll be over a lot quicker that way. Korcha gotcha. That wind brings back memories, she boy. You're from the main island. Do you know the Hydra Marshes? It's the forest to the southeast. Although they're called the Hydra Marshes, there are no more Hydras there. Everyone left that forest after the Hydras died off. I, too, left the forest. That place ain't fit for living creatures anymore.
Orla, yes, Mel, she hasn't come by here today. Has she done something again? What did she do this time? Did she write graffiti in the walls again?
Korcha, well, it's nothing big if she isn't here, then okay. You know, I keep setting lower voices than I expect. The thing is, I have no way to know who the voice goes with. I use table of names I found on the wiki. Orla, yes, Mel, she hasn't come by here today. Has she done something again? What did she do this time? Did she write Graffish in the walls again? The thing is, I don't know what their dialogue style was in advance. Corch is me. Oh, hi there. There isn't much here, but feel right at home. Mel's a little worried that Corch might fall for someone else. She's adopted, so doesn't have the best confidence, you know. Okay, where did Mel go? The wiki isn't helpful he. It just says residential tower. Chief Diarrhea is in prayer. You may not enter the tree now. Come back a little later. It shouldn't be that long. come? What brings you here, Korchach? It's rare to see you come out to this tower. Korchach, oh, never mind that. By the way, have you seen Mel around here? We're looking for her right now. No, I haven't seen her today. Have you tried the residential tower? Korchach, so she hasn't come this way, thanks for the info. Korchach, as you've just heard, she hasn't come this way. The only place left is the residential tower. Well, there's the sea too, but that's not likely. Once we corner her, it's a lover. Let's go. Korchach. Korchach Mill's heading for the residential tower. We've got her cornered now. Okay, let's go. We should find her in no time. Korchach, this is the end. There's no place to run. Kids, so what are we gonna do? If all three of us barge in at once, she's gonna escape. Korchach, there are 3 exits from this tower. If we each go in through a different exit, there's no escape. Korchach, listen up. Don't just Mel, get outside. Leave it to me. But all I have to do is stop Mel getting out of this exit, right? Korchach, yup, I'm counting on ya. Korchach, now there are 2 exits left. We'll even end up with summon power to spare. It's game over, Mel. Korchach, let do it. Oh, yeah. Korchach, you idiot. That's what took it for messing with my customers. I'm not gonna forgive you just because you cried. Kid, that should be enough. We've got me stuff back, and there's been no harm done. Korchach, even so, we have to teach this kid some proper manners. You never know when she might do it again. Kid, don't worry about such minor stuff. I say it's already forgiven. Let's just leave it at that. Kid, besides, the little un's got some bits to steal from a member of the Radical Dreamers, ha 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 ha. Now, hey, don't y'all call me little un.
I've got a name too, you know it, Mel.
Kid. Oh, Feisty, so she's got real spirit too.
But weren't you grinning just now, or were ya just faking it? I tell ya, she's gonna be a real meanin' when she grows up, haha.
Mel, what should I mean by that?
Kid, whoops. I guess you're still just a little don't worry, just forget it.
Mel, I recall what I said. Don't ya call me little un. Korcha. Hey, are you sure you want to leave it at that? I just don't getcha. Oh, well, no use bothering with it now. Korcha, then, I'll go ahead and wait for you at the docks. Come and find me when you're ready to go. Kid, alright, let's get moving then. Mel won't cause any more mischief, but promise to play with me again. Korcha, you want to go back to Termina? Not yet back to Termina. Korcha, okay, let's go. It was nice knowing ya, but this is goodbye. Korcha love chat party. Korcha, here we are in Termina. You're on your own from here. Overseer take time off. Me rest too. I should just jump into the river and... Oh, don't get me wrong. Since the weather's so hot, I just thought it might be cool to jump into the river. The dragons up at Mount Pyre must be acting up this year. Huh, you're asking if there's really a dragon there? No, that's just a folktale. Besides, who wants to climb up that mountain anyway, unless you're some kind of crazy climber, that is. It's making me sweat just talking about it. Who might he be? Fortunes be good. Fortunes be bad, anything from reading your destiny to searching for the missing. Do assure. Fortune be red. Yes, no, thanks. Well, this is interesting. You're not dead or anything, are you? Has anybody called you back from the great beyond? You just might be the key to the destruction of this entire planet. I can't say for sure, but fate seems to have a great task for you. Be careful now, boy. Kid, hey, Sarge, that's nothing but rubbish. Let's hurry up and get moving. Him, you there. In your eyes, I perceive but the look of a beauty and the look of a beast. Be mindful not to bring about your own end, me dear. A dream lies in wait, reaching out to engulf you. Kid, sorry, dearie. I don't believe in fortune telling at all. I make me own future. Lastly, you should listen to your elders' advice. Kidda, I don't give a damn. Let's go, Sarge. Alright. Come back anytime you want a reading. That is all. Come now, gather around and see for yourself. I'm selling all the rare goods I've collected from all over the world. If you get your hands on a guide, you won't regret it. Sigh, I overslept, and this corner's the only place open. To make things worse, the shrines are just past this point. They're called shrines, but they're really just a bunch of graves. I feel a bit uneasy. It's rumored that a possessed giant and a girl live in the shack near the shrines. Wow, Big Bro's got a great place to open a shop. That spot's ideal for roadside merchants like us. Oops, no time to lose. I gotta hurry and set up myself. Please come back a little later. Greco, blessed child, flow with the river and rest in peace. When thou returnest to this world once again, may thou greet thy father and mother with a blessed smile. Greco, come, please say your last farewells. Sob, why? Why did such a sweet child have to? My only wish was to drink with you when you were grown up. Why did you have to leave us? Greco. Greco, the boat shall now be cut adrift. Your son's spirit shall ascend to heaven with your warm blessings. Greco, everything that has form must eventually fade away. Although they live in nature's way, I feel me heart being torn apart at times like these. Why must we face death, and who is the one that decides when we die? Getz, I have not yet seen the light in Mickey. Greco, dear passing stranger. If you have a moment to spare, please give this wandering soul a small prayer to guide him on his path. Greco, those damn dragoons. Would Nervado call me an impostor, especially after they dragged me all the way out to the valley? Chuckle, someone must have been playing a prank. Don't concern yourself about it. Griquam. Are you really a human who does not exist in this world? You are now drifting between the boundaries of life and death. You are too young to be taken into the arms of darkness. Although it is in my best interest to aid you, my duty is to watch over the spirits here. It's all right, Greco. I'll be here to keep things in order. Greco, Romana, you are still too young to take on such a task. The spirits are always looking for a chance to lure the living into the darkness. Romana, but my brother Getz was able to save you from being drawn into the dark. He gave his life to help you. Greco. Romana, I am the sister of Getz. A small thing now, and then won't get me down. This time you must save this one from the darkness. I think Getz desires that also. Grecos, you might be right. I believe that the only way to make up for my mistakes to Getz was to live in hiding for the rest of my life. I realize now, though, that I was only trying to escape from my responsibilities. Greco, may I assist you in escaping the darkness, amigo? Please, no. Not now. Greco tags into your party. Greco, please call me whenever you wish for my help, amigo. They're not selling at all. A Viper Festival isn't a Viper Festival until you have Viper Churros, right? This isn't going well. I'm setting a bad example for my little brother. Shoot, do you think 100 is too much for one churro? Too much about right that cheap. Just as I thought, I had a hunch that it was just a tad too much. Isn't that way too cheap? I'm gonna lose money every time I sell one. Okay, then I'll lower the price a bit to match that. Let me pet the dog. I can pet all the cats, but not the one dog. Me. I love boats, but I can't become a sailor because I get seasick. That's why I decided to become a ship craftsman and build the fastest and awesomest boat ever made. So my first step is to watch all the boats here for research, and research. Ain't I smart? Out of all the boats I've seen, that boat at the docks is the best and fastest of them all. I wish I could build one like it. Zippa, if ye need something, come talk to me at the counter. It doesn't look professional if we talk back here, right? Oh, and please don't talk to my hubby back there. He'll throw a fit if you do. Zippa, welcome. He is the official blacksmith of the Acacia Dragoons. We carry only the best goods. Come and take a look. We probably shouldn't waste items if we don't have the character in the parter. Zippa, do you know about this? There is an amazing material called rainbow that can be smithed into very fine items. When we were young, we went out to search for it ourselves, but never found it. We stopped searching when Karsh was born. Children are far more valuable than any treasure you know. But that man hasn't been shut down yet. Who knows when he might yell out that he's going back on his search. Huff, huff, huff. I'm working hard to become a future hero. The first step to here was building a good physique. That's why I'm running laps. Oh, that John, he working hard to become a hero, but I wonder if he'll ever tell me I'll be your hero boss. Are you the young master's friend, or do you wish to see Master go? Master Gog is in his chambers if you wish to see him. That's interesting. So last morning there was someone who had dough in their neigh. And every time I typed it out, it came out as something else. And oh, bother. It appears that the festival may be cancelled, too. I believe I may end up watching everything from this balcony like I did last year, ho hum. Gug, the radical dreamers have raided Lord Viper's manor. Damn bandits, just as I thought. That means it is only a matter of time before they come to steal me treasure. Whoa, how unfortunate. Just blurting out, I have a treasure to random stranger. It is just hopeless. Although these two are brothers, they're always fighting over something. Mr. Dario and Mr. Glenn Whistle lived here peacefully. Mr. Dario used to watch over Glenn and Mr. Glenn respected his big brother more than anyone else. They were poor but happy, thinking only of each other's well-being. You can see that just by looking at this room, right? Hey, are you two listening to me, gee whiz? Viper Cup Tournament of Swords Youth Division runner Upsert Glenn. I'm not talking to him ever again. Viper Cup Tournament of Swords Youth Division First Place, Sir Derry. I'm not talking to Big Brother ever again. Glenn, the general, and his men are headed for Fort Dragonia. There has been word that the major power of the East Port is up to something suspicious. They seem to have heard rumors of the Frozen Flame being in El Nido, and they're coming to investigate. My, then that means the Port Army might invade this town any time now. I wonder if we will be alright. Glenn, yes, that is why we are moving to the fort for a while. That fort is far from town, so it is not used normally, but it has good defenses. I was ordered to remain at the manor and protect Miss Riddle, but she felt very uneasy about the way General Viper was acting before he left sea. Kid boy, sir, did you hear that? While I was snoozing away in Guldove, Lee and his mob hightailed it out of the manor. That fort's supposedly a ruin built by the extinct Dragonians. I heard there have been all kinds of mystic rituals there. It's said that the dragon tear was needed for the ritual's bloody bastards. What are they up to now? Surge, this is no longer just our problem. If we don't stop these buggers now, they're gonna cause some major hell around here.
Rasley, Fort Dragonia is on top of Mount Pyre, southeast of He. It'll be hard to get there by land, so the question now is how are we going to get a boat?
Glenn, blonde braids a blood red blow. That sounds like the description of that thief from the Radical Dreamers. Glenn, and that red bandana is just like the ghost Karsh was describing. Kid, so what do you want to take us on or something? Sorry, Dory, but we're in a bit of a rush. To that fort, Dragonia viewers. Glenn, what business do you have at the fort? That makes me even more suspicious he will draw Miss Word if need be. Oh, Glenn, stop that. Your brother would never have drawn his sword in such circumstances. Glenn, leave my brother out of this. Kid Oi, don't get your knickers in a knot. I don't care if you drew your sword or whatever. I ain't stopping for ya, see ya. Glenn, alright. Forgive me for my rash behavior. Come to think of it, I really have no interest in who you are. Really, I only want to know the truth of what is happening here. I shall follow my own way to find the truth. Glenn, if you intend to go to the fort, I will offer you a word of advice. When you get on your boat, first head north and then east. You should find a small inn there. Eric Targoon now lives there. Find him and ask for his advice. There are many frightful rumors about that fort, you know. You never know what to expect there. Kid, all we need to do now is to find a boat. Let's get a move on. Glenn isn't all like that when I bring up something about his big brother. His brother being such a brilliant man must be hard on him. Okay, that's probably a good place to stop for now. Yeah, I know. I usually stream for like 12 hours. But I found that if I keep going when I feel a bit sleepy, I just stop having anything to see. Like, I might still be awake right now, but I don't want to go for another 2 hours and be yawning every 5 minutes. Okay, give me 1 sec. Alright, Twee. Alright, have a good morning.